Day 2, Short 2. With the ending of our biblical study yesterday in Genesis chapter 2, all seemed blissful. We had man and woman living together in a beautiful place, unharmed. The work wasn't burdensome or backbreaking. The two were naked and unashamed, which indicates that God's original plan was to not have any sexual tension between man and woman. Here, God's intent was for man and woman to live harmoniously in an untouched, lovely world with one warning. Do not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And obviously, this was mentioned for a specific reason. It is also important to note here that there's another tree in the garden, the tree of life, in which they could eat freely. And the fruit from this tree is what allowed them to live forever. Today we are going to look at Genesis chapter 3. And what's important about Genesis chapter 3 is that in some translations, the snake is called a serpent. But it is not whether it's a snake or a serpent that's important. It is the fact that it could speak. And the woman wasn't even worried about the fact that a snake was talking to her. But that's not ultimately what's important. What is ultimately important is the question the snake asks. The snake asked, "Did God make all the trees off limits to you?" The woman corrects the snake and says, "No, not all the trees, just one. And if we eat from it or touch it, we will die." In fact, the woman embellishes God's command as she heard it. God told them they could not eat from it. She tells the serpent they can't even touch it. You see, this slight embellishment on her part shows us that there is some resentment from the woman for not being able to eat from that tree. And the serpent immediately picks up upon it and manipulates it to his advantage, getting her to think that God is not good after all. By withholding something so important from her and the man is what the serpent gets Eve to believe. And he tells her the first and biggest lie of all. And it was one that she just couldn't understand because of her limited knowledge of language. He manipulates one word, the word die, and it changes everything. Stay tuned, Living Grace.